Hey guys, it's IlonkaSims here, back with another speed build. As you can tell from the title, this is part 1 of 2 of a student house build. I went back on Facebook again, my magical place for suggestions for things to build, and somebody suggested a student house or dorm or something like that, and I figured it would be a really good idea, even though there's obviously not any students in The Sims 4, at least not yet. I'm guessing we'll probably get some kind of university expansion pack at some point, but there's none now, of course, and it's a little weird, and I know this is not what everybody will think of when they think of a student house, but let me explain what I'm thinking, by the way, for this, because I got a comment from somebody else as well that just looked at student houses a lot different for me. Being from the Netherlands, I think we have student houses that are a little different just from what probably most of you are used to. In the US you have dorms that are typically on a university campus, or at least some kind of accommodation that you can get from your university. It's quite different here in the Netherlands. Most of the time students live in a normal house, like a rented house that families would live in normally, and they just live there with a group of students. And I kind of went with the same kind of idea with this build. I thought about doing like a dorm, and I might do it later on as well, but for this I wanted to go with a more normal house and just make it kind of studenty by making like the different rooms in very different styles. So this is just a house. It's not quite the same as you would see in the Netherlands. It would not be anything this fancy in general, but it's just a house that students live in and not a dorm. So in case you're like used to something else, that's what this is. Also, it's in 2 parts because it was quite a long build, and I'm going to try to keep my videos between like 10 and 20 minutes, like depending on how long a build is. Like I sometimes have really short builds. So you know, 10-15 minutes for those are really good, but this was a longer build, and I mean I could have sped it up more and kept it for like a 30-minute build, but I want it to be like a good speed that you can see things, and I didn't feel like uploading a 45-minute build. I'd get really awkward talking for 45 minutes anyway, so that's why I think it's a good idea to just cut this up into 2 parts. And you don't have to worry, there's already a download in the description. I'm not making you wait for the next part for this, because, hell, who cares if I upload it now or later on, to be honest. But as you can see, we're building a very modern house with a pitched roof. I generally build modern houses without a pitched roof, but I have this world in The Sims 4 where, or save at least in Sims 4, I have all the worlds blank, and I'm just filling them in with the builds that I'm doing. I'm trying to stick with a similar kind of style in all the different neighborhoods, and this neighborhood already had kind of modern builds but with the pitched roofs, and I wanted to go with something similar, and then I ended up struggling a lot. This was like my 3rd try at building something, and I just went off of an image on Google, as I always do. But I really like the way it turned out, so that's all that matters, really. But yeah, as you can see, we have some orange detailing, which I'm loving actually. It's something different. I wouldn't usually use an orange detailing for a house, but I do really like it, and I wanted to add some more kind of patterns except for just the white as well. And we end up going with the brick that's painted over for that, so that's pretty cute, I think, and it adds that little bit of extra detail. And just trying to see what I'm doing. Also, I'm, by the way, really tired. I've had a really busy day. It's kind of late when I'm recording this, and when I'm saying kind of late, I mean 9:30, which isn't that late, but I woke up early because my grandmother wanted to go to the zoo for her birthday. And well, if you're watching this, by the way, and you've seen my videos recently, it's not my grandmother that passed away, but my other grandmother that wanted to go to the zoo. So me, my parents, my uncle, aunts, cousin, we all went to the zoo with her, and we spent all day at the zoo walking around, which was kind of fun, but it's exhausting, and I've had some really bad sleep, so I'm tired. So if I'm really awkward or saying weird things that don't make sense in English, just either ignore them or ask me down in the comments. I'll probably be able to tell you what the hell's going on. Also, I couldn't get to sleep last night because I was playing Prison Architect. I don't know if anybody knows the game, but I got it a while ago, and I haven't played it in like over a year, I think, and I wanted to play it again, and I figured, you know what, let's give this a try. Record it, see if I can record it on my laptop, because recording things on my laptop doesn't always work so well because, well, it's a laptop. But I ended up getting really into the game, so it wasn't great, but I couldn't because it just kept me from sleep, but I had to wake up early. But I loved it, and I'll probably upload it soon, and if you want to see me do like a real-time Prison Architect series, let me know down in the comments, or in the comments of that video, because I'm sure I'll ask people in that video too. But yeah, so I'm tired and I have kind of a headache. I'm going all over the place with talking today as well, which is fine because all I'm doing this build is doing the outside and then the common areas. And there's only so much I can say about putting down walls and wallpaper on the outside, except for saying it's a modern build, and I got the idea from YouTube, and there's orange detailing, and there's these little quests, kind of nature patches on the balconies as well, which is really cute. And these detail, I don't know, beams sticking out of some places. But yeah, commentating builds can be a little tricky at times. So the back and the front of this build, I'm looking at the video with you guys, and that's very similar. It's kind of hard to see the difference when you're going this fast. But I'm putting in some more windows because the inside was still much duller. I've gone with kind of a combo of going with really modern windows and some slightly less modern windows. I don't know, I'm feeling the kind of oldish industrial, I have a little bit of a lisp, and sometimes when I'm saying too many words with an S it gets really frustrating. But this kind of old industrial style I've been loving recently, so that's why we went with the painted over brick and the windows that look a little bit different. We changed the orange because I wasn't feeling the orange the way it was. I like this orange much better. The other one was too reddish, I guess. This one's kind of the same orange that's in the door, and we will also use the same orange on the doors on the inside. Now we put a fake car park in here. I decided this didn't work. I decided it down a little bit to make it work a little bit. I remember to put in a mailbox and a outside bin. Yay! I always, I remember halfway doing a build, I'm like, oh wait, I need a mailbox. Let's put it in now before I forget. Because knowing me, I would probably forget. And I think the outside is done. Yeah, here we go. Just as I'm thinking that, we go on in the inside. I've been built out of different kind of rooms. Sometimes like an area is not registered as one room on the inside. It's really weird, really frustrating. But apparently we weren't done on the outside yet. I think I just put some small walls on the front porch and the back porch, and then some tiles in there as well. Nothing too crazy. I just kept it quite simple. There's also not much of a backyard in this build, but I think that's okay. And here I go, putting in kind of a few cabinets just for an idea where the kitchen was going to be. I was trying to figure out, I wanted some rooms already downstairs because there was no way I was going to get as many rooms as I would want to upstairs. So I tried to put in some rooms downstairs and then look at upstairs and see where I could put in rooms there, and I'm just going all over the place at the moment, which is maybe a little bit difficult to watch. In case it is, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you really confused about what's going on. I'm just trying to figure out the layout. Some of the colors changed when I changed the rooms. We put in some light so that it's not so dark. And then I think we will start furnishing the inside, yeah. I just put in some wooden floorboards in all the common areas and bedrooms. Not in the bathrooms, we need tiles in the bathrooms. And just some basic white paint as a base coat. I do that generally just because I don't like looking at the concrete walls, and it just makes everything look, I don't know, on a construction, which it sort of is, but having the white walls I think gives a really nice blank canvas. But we start in the kitchen, and initially I wanted to use the kind of the cabinets that came, that's like the industrial style kitchen, because I felt like it fit with the brick, like the painted over brick and the windows that we have. But in the end I didn't like it too much, so I ended up going with some other things. But you see me playing around with this industrial kitchen. I haven't liked it ever, really, but I noticed that they had these really cute islands or corner pieces or whatever. These special pieces that made a really cute, like, tiny island, but it was much too small for the kitchen I wanted to build, and I wasn't feeling it in the house anyway, so we end up going with these cabinets from Cool Kitchen stuff, and then going with a blue counter island, which I think is pretty cute. I put a stove in there because I wanted to use this light slash range hood, which I think looks best when it's over an island and not against the wall. So we put in the stove in the island counter, and I put in this table by putting like 4 tables together, which I think looks really cute. The house has 6 bedrooms, so there's 6 students, and I figured, you know, having only 6 chairs wouldn't be enough because there will be people coming over every once in a while. So I put in just this 4 times 2 chairs, I suppose, so 8 chairs, and then, you know, you can always have somebody eat in a room or in front of the TV, I don't know. I also tried not to use all the most expensive items, so it's the cheaper fridge and it's a cheaper microwave, because, you know, it is supposedly a student house. I mean, it ends up looking really fancy anyways, because the Sims 4 just doesn't have the kind of style that you would need for a student house. I was thinking about some like Sims 3 items that we got at university, and I was thinking, oh, I wish we had some of these in this build, but we didn't, so we make do with something else. And here we go, putting in all the chairs and all that. I changed them because I wasn't feeling the colors quite yet the way they were. I tried to put the plants the same way as the tables, which took a while to do, and then I looked at it and I was like, no, but I actually really don't like this, so I took them out and put in a plant from, I think I put in the one from the movie stuff pack. I've been liking these kind of decorative items from the movie stuff pack, especially in this build. It just works so well because it looks a little cluttery and as if people just threw some things down on the table, really. And then we had this painting and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I should just use this painting as a guide for the kind of common area and just use the colors from that. So I changed the orange chairs we had to pink, and then we go with the same color scheme throughout the common area, really. I wanted to use this kind of mirror table, but I didn't like the colors that we had for it. And then I was struggling with the couches. I didn't want to use the most expensive items, but then I wanted the colors to work well, and they didn't have the kind of green that I wanted and not the kind of pink that I wanted, and I was getting really frustrated. But I went with this blue couch and then these really pink chairs from Get to Work. and a simple chair kind of from Get to Work, and then a little, oh damn it, I looked at the name but I can't remember what they were called. This little thingy that you can sit on. Very simply said. And then we put in a very simple, cheap coffee table, a wood texture, kind of a different color from what I don't know, I was thinking like, should I make it white or black? But then the wood kind of added something to it. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but I just rolled with it. We put in a bookshelf, and then I have this little area back here that I didn't know what to do with, which here on the outside we'll put a little kind of party area. I think I ended up putting in not this table, but the one we got from Get Together with the llama thingy. That's basically, actually I can't remember the game name, but it's just a game for your Sims to do. And then putting in some blinds in the common area. I didn't put that in the kitchen actually, I just realized, but I guess it's okay because it's just a common area. And put in the little statue with the top hat, and then we put this green torso statue, sculpture, whatever. We put it here in the corner, and I initially put some art with it, but I wasn't quite feeling it, and I had to put in another light, so I moved the sculpture a little bit, and then we just have a light next to it instead. Here we go, putting in different lighting, using some lights kind of as decorative pieces as well, which is a thing that I really like doing. And yeah, I think we have to put some lighting in the kitchen as well. Putting some lights underneath these shelves, which is something I do a lot. And then trying to find some other wall lights to use. I don't know about you guys, but I've been really frustrated with wall lights. I don't like most of them. But, you know, we deal with it. We put in a wood wall and then finished those kind of cupboards. But that's pretty much the end of the video. So, as always, let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions for future builds. Check the comments, the description if you want to download this already. You can also wait for Thursday's video if you watch this when it comes out, before you download it. And that's pretty much it for me. Oh no, wait. What? I didn't look at the time. I was just looking at the bar in my video editing software, and it looked like I was done, but it wasn't. There's a few more things to do, but yeah, we put in this bathroom, and that's it. So yeah, let me know what you want to see me build, the description for download, and that's it for me. I will talk to you next time. Bye guys!